Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So we are so near at Christmas. It's the 21st of December 2022 if you're watching this at a later time. This is RJ Hampson's Christmas Tiny Homes. Now I did promise before Christmas we'd get another colouring in, and I don't know, I was really drawn to the nativity scene, which is what we're going to do. So what I've done is I cut the original out of the book, and I will be keeping that in the book. That's what it looks like. It's a nice simple one. I will be keeping that as a... Are we blurry? I hope not. I will be keeping that as a master copy in my book. And what I did was photocopy it onto my cardstock. Put that out of the way. Which, if you're interested in which cardstock I've got, is in my wish list, which will be in the description box, which is just below the video. And excuse me, still got the cough. I hope you're all well. It's not expensive paper, but it's nice and thick and will stand up a little bit more to the rigours of being a Christmas display. I'm really hoping that we can get this one done quickly, and we can maybe do another one, because I've sat them on my office windowsill, well, the toy shop one that I've done with you, and it looks really good. So today we're going to be using the Black Widow pencils, Black Widows. I've got all of the sets, so I will be going between all the sets. We're going to use a black Posca or a black alcohol marker. In fact, I'm going to use both. So I'm going to use the tiny nib one to go round intricate spaces, and then I'm going to use my alcohol marker to go over the rest. So I'm sorry RJ, I love you dearly and I love your work, but I'm going to block out the clouds in the background so this star really stands out. I have got a very messy, thick piece of acetate, which I use for going behind my works, just so I don't mess up my pink desktop, you know, the cutting mat. I'm gonna bring you in now. So I'm going to take my fine Posca, and I'm going to get rid of all of the bits that in the background. And I'm just going to have a starry sky, and this guy is hopefully going to stand out. Now, I'm going to take out these extra sparkles from behind the star. Don't panic, I know, I've practiced. And I'm going to fill that up. And it does look really effective when I've done it. You'll see. Just takes a little bit of patience. That's all. Okay, so I'm filling those bits up. So all of those little tiny bits, they're actually going to have rays of sparkle coming out of them, so it will look really cool. She says. We hope. I just really want that star to stand out. Okay, down here. So I'm just going to use this tiny pen for any intricate details. And then I can go in with my bigger pen, bigger Posca or alcohol pen, whichever you prefer. One last bit. And it should just really stand out on our drawing. Because this is our backdrop, so this is going to go at the back of the building. So I'm hoping I've got a steady enough hand to get round this circle. Okay, we'll fill that bit up because it's teeny tiny. I'm not going to make you watch while I fill the whole thing up with alcohol marker or Posca pen, because that would just be boring and waste our time on the video when we can be playing with glitters and colours, and with the Black Widow set, there is so many beautiful colours. Now, if I'm correct, I think, is it 144 colours? Somebody will tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it's 144 colours, and they are just delicious. Okay, so I'm going to leave in the palm leaves and the bushes, obviously, but any background I am going to black out. So bear with me for 2 seconds, and I'll be back when that's done and dry. See you in a second. Okay folks, so I've done the dreaded deed and I've blacked out RJ's clouds. I know, I'm horrible. Okay, we're going to concentrate on the star, and I'm going to use 2 pencils from the Black Widow range. I'm sorry about the blue writing, my pen ran out. So, it looks really blurry. Okay. So I'm taking shadow as our darkest, and each of these little prongs of the star is divided into 2. So on the left hand side I'm going in with shadow, which is a warmer grey. Nothing fancy or tricksy. And then I'm going to use gunmetal for the other half. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that the shadow is not next to the gunmetal on each of these little divisions. That way it should give our little star, or our big star, some dimension. Okay, I was really excited about doing this. It really stood out to me, the nativity scene. And as it is Christmas, now whether you are someone that celebrates Christmas or not, it's still a beautiful little image to colour in. We will I can't speak. We will glitterize our star later on. Go back in there. Just make sure that that one side stays nice and dark, and we keep that shape. That will help us to get that dimension in our star. There we go, that's better. Okay, and we're going to go this side. So we're just making sure that the colour shadow is never next to each other. And I've just done exactly what I just said not to. Yes, I have. What an idiot. Let's erase that. Otherwise you won't get the dimension. So I knew that'd happen. It's okay. Nothing that can't be fixed. Look. There we go. Oh dear. And then we want shadow on this one. There we go. There we go. So we've got a little bit of a silver star going on. Okay, that's our star. Now, we got a whole lot of greenery going on here. So let's do the I'm just trying to think what's best to do next. The building, I think, actually. So we're going to do the walls. These are the colours that I've got, and I'm going to use a Prisma White. I'm just check I've got all the colours. We've got light mocha from the Skin Dark set, ice cream from the Monarch set, and I'm using my Prisma stubby little white. Alright, so let me position it so I can colour it comfortably. And we're going to come out slightly just so I can get that colour in, get those colours in. There we go. Okay, just going to sharpen them. And that's the other lovely thing about the Black Widows, is that they sharpen to a gorgeous point. Okay, so in here we're going to place, let me just check my practice one. We are going to place our light mocha. So we're going to go into the corner and then feather it out and bring it out dark there. Feather that out to almost nothing, this. There we go. Then we're going to take, should have sharpened this at the same time, we're going to take our ice cream and I'm going to put that in. Now the white, I've only got the white in case I needed some help blending, but they seem to have done a terrific job by themselves. Okay, back to our light mocha, and we're going in here. Now these will be folded over, so you're not going to see any of these. So these edges will be exposed to the night sky, which is why I'm doing it darker down the bottom here, and then I will fade it out into that beautiful ice cream colour. Just my interpretation, folks. Okay, fade that out. Make sure that we've got enough of that mocha in there, because the ice cream is almost non-existent. It's just a very, very pale pinky cream, really. So, and if we put that really light layer of light mocha underneath it, we get a really nice effect. So now we're going in with our ice cream, and we're just going to blend that through. There we go. Alright. I'm going back in with the mocha on that one, just add a little bit more. Okay. Oh, that's my tummy rumbling if you heard that. My apologies. Right, then we're doing this one. And again, we'll put that really light layer of light mocha down. And then we'll blend out with our ice cream. So no fancy shenanigans. Just a little bit of gentle blending. There we go. Isn't that cute? And we're going to do the walls the same. So let me move you over. I just want to make sure that you can see. Apologies for my finger. Been biting again. There's no excuses. I'll try and keep it out of shot. Okay, so with our light mocha, we're going to come in here. Try and avoid these, because if we get wax on there, it's going to be the glue might struggle. Just some advice. I've got Yoo-hoo glue, which I used in the last video and works really, really well. But I wouldn't chance it against trying to stick it over wax. So, okay, then we're going to take our ice cream. Going to blend that through. And again, don't forget this will be the edge of your building. So, back to our mocha, and I'm just helping that blend along. There we go. Alright, I will do the other side the same, only I'm going to put the light mocha on this side of this beam. I'm going to call them beams. I don't know what they would be, but beams, that's what I'm calling them. Just so you know what I mean. I'll bring that up. Make sure it's dark at that edge, and then do a light layer of light mocha before we put the ice cream on. There we go, ice cream. Okay. And then we're going to do the light mocha. This side of the beam, this side. And around the bottom. And then on this side of the beam. Bring that out a bit. We're going to do it underneath that one. And that one. Can you see everything I'm doing? Yeah. Okay. Round the brickwork. And just bring that out a little bit. Not too much around the brickwork, just a little bit. For some shadowing. And then let's start feathering it out. Okay. So and then you'll be able to see where you need to deepen up. And okay, and we'll take our ice cream and we'll blend that in. And then we can see, or I can see where my blend needs to be darker. And I'll just lightly go over with that mocha again, just lightly, just so we get a nicer finish. There we go. Now I will go back over them. I may go back over them, is what I mean. Alright. I always, because of my eyesight, I have trouble getting right up to the edge on things. And it bugs me. Okay, we're going to do the same here with this side. As long as you do it lightly, you will be able to keep going over it until you're satisfied with your blend. So I'm just now going in really lightly with mocha. Just make sure I've got enough up in there. Okay, let's use the ice cream. Blend that through, and then go back to our light mocha. And then ice cream. Okay, I'm going to deepen that up. Takes a bit of faffing, but we'll get there. could use a deeper colour if you don't want to mess about so much to get that dark shadows. And then ice cream. Alright. Then we are going to do the same under the building. I'm sorry if this bit's a bit boring, I just wanted to show you where I'm going to put all my dark parts. So we're using the light mocha. And I'm going in dark under that windowsill. And we're going to start bringing out that mocha lightly. Okay, we're going in with that. Oh, excuse me. Going in with our ice cream. Okay. There we are. And then just take your time to blend it out. I will do, you know, extra blending maybe off camera, just to make sure it's as smooth as it can be. Like this one is misbehaving. I'll go in a different direction and let that, it can behave. There we go, it's a bit better. There we go. Leave it alone, Lucy. The people at home don't want to see you faffing. Okay, so my little blue star on here, in case you were wondering, means that there is a reverse side, so that I don't get confused, which happens to me regularly. If you watch me a lot, you'll know. And I need Huntsman, which is a black widow, and I need mahogany, which is a monarch. Put that one to one side, and we're going to do these beams. So I'm going to have to turn I don't think my camera's very straight because it's looking like I'm really twisting the page, but it's not that much. Okay, so we're going to use the Huntsman as our darkest, and we are going to go in at the edges. This bit's the darkest at the bottom. Deepen that up. Bring that out a bit more. And then the bottom of these beams. Some dark on the bottom. And the same here. Can you see what I'm doing, or is my hand in your way? Okay. Then we're going to switch to mahogany, and we're going to go over what we've already coloured. I'm going to put that in. And we got nice, rich, wood-looking beams. There we go. That's very cute, isn't it? Oops. I'm just going to take a Prisma blender, and it's just a blender pencil, and I'm just going to run over that and smooth that out, and then I'll go back in. But it'll really help that mahogany to stand out. There we go. Okay. Make sure I've got the right one. Huntsman. Back in, just deepen that up. There we go. And then our mahogany. They have such beautiful colours in this set. I actually think for the choice of colours that the Black Widow sets give you are unrivalled. In my opinion, don't scream at me. Okay. Excuse me, this flipping cough won't go. I'm going to do the beams down here. So we're going to use our Huntsman, which is our darkest. Let me scoot you down slightly. A little bit of a fade out, so lessen the pressure. So we can then go in with the gorgeous mahogany. There we go. I'm going to do the opposite on this side, so I'm going to use the Huntsman on this edge and come down. Try and keep a straight line for that beam, although it wouldn't hurt because this is supposed to be a stables. It's not a stately building. And then our mahogany. There we go, let's just brush that off. Okay, so as usual, I can't do up to the line. It's a serious infliction, folks. Line phobia. Okay, we're going to do, I'm just going to sharpen it. We are going to do our Huntsman at the bottom and away from the window. Yeah. So from the window along the bottom. And then our mahogany. And sharpen that again. They're quite small spaces, so you do need quite a sharp pencil, is what I was going to say. Okay, there we go. Right, we're going to do the window frame in that as well. So we're taking the, just look blurry again, taking the Huntsman. The little brickwork will be done in a different colour. And go around the corners. Like that. We're going to come from that archway at the top and down, just so it looks like the window frame has been made with the same materials. and it stops us having too many colours in the page, on the scene in this case. And on mahogany. Go over that. Okay, brush that off. And then we have the start of our stables. Right, I'm taking the mahogany, and where RJ's given us little indications that there might be some texture on the building, like we did with the other one, I'm just using the mahogany and I'm going to place those in. Just so it gives a little bit of interest to the building. There we go. Might have one down here, I think. Let's just have one there. Alright. Okay, we are going to jump now to our roof tiles. So I'm going to turn the page round. These are our roof tiles, or our roof, and we are going to use these colours. So I'm going to put that there. We'll work on the bottom one so I can show you what to do. So we're going to use, if I can find everything, mud, which is the dark skin tone set. We're going to use cinnamon, which is also the dark skin tone set. And we're going to use rattlesnake, which is from the Cobra set. I'm just making sure that you get my abbreviations for these colours. Okay, so I'm going to start with cinnamon. So I'm starting here to start with cinnamon, and going in, I'm going to make this edge dark. We're going to have like terracotta handmade tile type things. Okay, so that's cinnamon. Oops. Then we're going to use rattlesnake from the Cobra set. I'll fill that up. And then we're going to take mud and we're going to make that edge, the outside edge, really dark or darker. We're going to go back in with our cinnamon and just blend that through. Okay, then we repeat. Eat, sleep, colour, repeat. Hey folks. So we are going to have cinnamon. Let me find it. Cinnamon. That's going to be very dark under there and on the edge. So I'm going to make that bit lighter this time. I don't know why I didn't do that last time. Then we're having rattlesnake, which is our gorgeous orangey reddy colour. Bring that up to the corner. Then we're going to go in with mud. And I'm going to darken that up because I want that to appear underneath that other tile. There we go, bit of mud. Then back in with cinnamon and blend that through. Making sure we keep that lovely red rattlesnake tone. Let's do another one because I messed up that top one. I'm going to erase that. I know, but it will bug me because I haven't done it the same as the others, because I'm being silly. Alright. Are we on camera? There we go. So we'll do this top one again together. So we're going to take cinnamon and this is going to be dark here, and we're going to leave this edge for the rattlesnake. So there we go. Right, rattlesnake. That's better. And then mud. So it's going to be dark here and down that edge. And we'll just bring it out. And then we go back to our cinnamon and just blend that through. There we are. And then we can use the rattlesnake just to blend it. And make sure that we keep that nice red terracotta-y edge. Right, one fluff up correct. Now all I have to do is colour all the rest. So the top of the building, before I go off camera, we are going to run a mud line at the top of this tile. And across here. And then we're going to put a bit of faded out mud. So we just fade that out so it's not such a harsh line there. Then we're going to use our cinnamon. We're going to go over that and bring the cinnamon out. And you guessed it. We'll go over the whole thing with rattlesnake. There we go. That won't look so linear and harsh when we've done the other tiles. That line of mud. And that will be the top of our roof. There we go. Alright folks, so I am going to take those three colours, mud from the dark skin tone set, cinnamon from the dark skin tone set, and rattlesnake from the cobra set, and finish those roof tiles, and we will meet back up very shortly. See you in a second. Okay guys, so I've done the tiles on the roof, or for the roof. We are going to look at the little bricks down here and round the window next. So we've got these. So if I bring you in, gosh, I'm going to have to tilt you a little bit. Bear with me. Nice bit of empty desk there for you. There we go. Okay. So I might need to come in a little bit more. There we go. So I've got the light mocha again that we used on the building, and that's what I'm going to use for the mortar around the bricks. So I'm just going to give that a sharpen, and I'm not doing any blending or anything. The space is too tiny, so I am just literally going to go in and fill that in with light mocha. So just using the light mocha. And we are just going to fill in the gaps around the bricks. And I know that looks dark at the moment, but when we put the cinnamon blended with that ice cream on, it won't look so dark. Let's get that filled up. So are you all ready for Christmas? Are you ready to go? I'm just about there. I've got a little bit of food shopping to get left, which is like the fresh things, you know, like the cream and some veg. But other than that, I think I'm more or less there. So we decided that we would just get my grandson's presents this year, and we would concentrate on him and not do great big family presents. Okay, so cinnamon. So that's helped out quite a lot. I'm sorry. Look, I'm waffling on and I've forgotten what to tell you what I'm doing. I'm just going in at the bottom of each of the bricks, coming up lightly with the cinnamon. And then what we're going to do is blend that in with ice cream. It just knocks that colour back a little bit, but keeps it all in the same family. Excuse me. There we go. So literally just a little bit up the edge. And then really lightly at the top with the cinnamon. And then put the ice cream in. Sounds good, doesn't it? Cinnamon and ice cream. So that's that. Now if we look at the other building, these bits are going to be cut out. We don't need those bits, they're going to be gone. So we are going to do the building in the same colours that we did that building, and the bricks just in the cinnamon and the ice cream version. So I think, where's the building thing around here? I'm trying to find our little ticket. I can't remember the colours. Well, that's handy for everyone involved. Here we are. So light mocha, ice cream and white if we needed a little bit of blend. So we're going to do, it's just these walls because this is going to be, let's just take a pencil and that's going to be gone and that's going to be cut out. So it's just these walls. So I'm going to go off, finish the tiles on on the front of our stable here, and do the walls and the brickwork exactly the same on here, and we will meet back up when all of that is complete, and then we'll do the bushes and everything else, and Mary and Joseph and Jesus. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I realised I might have dobbed out on you too quickly with this bit here, and we didn't do the bricks around there, so let's do this together. So this is how it's going to look. So this building here, you have to imagine that's going to fold there, and these are going to be our outside edges. So let me just make sure I've got the right colours. Nearly, folks, nearly. So, and this is going to be, that's going to be stuck to this, I believe, one way or another. We'll work it out. So we're going to take the light mocha, and I'm coming in dark around that edge that we're going to glue. And round our bricks, our little circle of bricks there, and up round, up, never mind, it's going to be dark anyway, up round our entrance. Just checking you can see. So easy to go out of focus when you're doing little, to go out of shot, sorry, when you're doing little spaces like this. So I'm just following the shape with our light mocha. And then, as we did on the building, I'm going to fill that up lightly. With that light mocha. Then we're going to use the ice cream to blend. Same as we did on the building. Same as we did on the front of the building, should I say. Whew. Hot. I've got a crocheted blanket that I'd crocheted ages ago on my lap, and it's so warm. You go between being freezing and then boiling hot with it on your lap. Okay. Okay, back in with my ice cream. And then I'm just going to take my Derwent blender and I'm just going to blend that through. Just soften those edges a bit. If you all have more time than me, so you can spend that time sort of really blending it and making sure it's beautiful. There we are. Okay, we're going to do down this side exactly the same. So bring that light mocha in. Let's move you down a bit. There we go. Bring that light mocha in around our edge. It's going to be dark. Okay. Like that. Then down the top here again as well. So if I do where the dark mocha is going to be, you'll be able to work out then how to do the rest. Hopefully. I'm doing down here, over that fold line. Still got a really bad really bad chest and cough. I feel okay, but this cough is going nowhere. It's a lot better than it was, obviously, you can hear that, but... Okay, ice cream. Let's put that in. We go back in with our mocha. Back in with our ice cream. And then I'm going to take my blender, just blend that through. Oh, sorry. Okay, back in with a little bit of my mocha and just play around with that until I'm happy. Okay, brickwork. So we're going to have the light mocha again, and we're going to go around our bricks. Don't worry about the fold. That's going to look really cool when that wraps around the building. Okay, then we're going to take our cinnamon, and so cinnamon, and we're just going to go in those bricks like we did before. just like that. Okay, and ice cream. We'll blend that through. So sorry if I jumped off too quickly and you were worried about following. There we go. We've just got this, that bit. We'll do the same as we've just done the rest of the buildings. Alright, and the bricks. So let's turn this round. The bricks around the window. Again, cinnamon and ice cream. So I'm going in with my cinnamon here. Blend it out lightly. Like that. That's all I'm doing. Just going round. A bit of an edge. There we go. Like this. I'll just do one side with you so you don't have to sit and watch the whole tedious thing. Soften that up a bit. Just make sure there's enough cinnamon to differentiate those bricks. There we go. And then we'll just go in with a little ice cream. We'll just blend that through. There we go. Didn't do those two, did I? There we go. There we go. So that's how that's going to be done. I hope, if we come out a little bit, so in that round, that will put your mind at rest. If I jumped off, sorry about the wobbly camera, if I jumped off, stop, thank you, if I jumped off too quickly. So I'm going to go off and finish that, and then we are going to come back and finish our, the front of the building. Alright friends, see you in a sec. Okay, so I've finished the bricks and the window. I've finished this part of the building, and we've done the tiles. They're quite shiny, aren't they, the Black Widows? Okay, let's look at the scenery around. So, we're going to do the little bushes that go behind these big leaves. So, if I bring you in and show you, if we do it this side, then you can have more vision. There we go. So we're going to do these little bushes here. So I've got sable, which is part of the dragon set, and I've got leaf green, which is part of the monarch set. That is M and N. Oh, don't make me laugh. Alright folks, so we're going to start with sable, and we're going to put where our dark bits are. So I'm just going to go around the edge of this little bush. Nice. This is a very blue green, and then we're going to tone it down with that lovely olivey leaf green. So we've got our nice dark edge. Now we're going to bring that out. There we go. And we've got this one here, so we'll go in with the dark there. You can make that darker. Go in there. Doesn't matter that I've gone over because we're going to cut that out, so don't worry about that. Then we're going to switch to our leaf green. Love this colour, as you can tell by the size of my pencil. And as they cross over, we will get those that tone of three colours just by going over. Isn't that cool? And I like the texture on this because it is a little bush. Okay, looks cool, huh? And then the same on this one. we go. Right, 2 little bushes. Can't leave alone, has to be, so I'm just going to soften that blend up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Now, for these palm leaves, where did I put the... Here, right next to me. For the palm leaves, I've got charcoal green, which is part... That's shadow. Where's charcoal green then? There it is. Charcoal green, which is part of the scorpion set. Then I've got, I thought I had, there it is, zombie, which is part of the dragon set. So they look like that. And I've got, not leaf green, apple, which is part of the monarch set. So let's choose one. Let's do this one at the top. So I'm going to go in with charcoal green, which is a scorpion, and I'm going up that centre bit with our charcoal green. Okay. Then I'm going to go round this little dip here, because this is our darkest colour. I'm using this for our shadow. And just bring that up and out a little bit. Up the side of the building. Make sure that centre's nice and dark. A little bit round there. We'll do a little bit round that bit. There we go. Let's try that. Can always come back in. Okay, then we're going to switch to zombie, which is from the dragon set. Very beautiful bright green. Very beautiful colour. Quite similar to apple. This will give us that nice difference between the dark bush and then this leaf. Give us a bit of colour. There we go. And I'm just going over that. Okay, and then we can go back in and just blend that through. Go back in with our zombie. And just make sure those colours are nice and deep. And we've filled up all the tooth of the paper. And then you'll be able to see the difference between the zombie and that lovely apple. There we go. That's it. That's how we're going to do that. Right, let's have a look. So we've done the bushes. They're going to be the same on each side, and the leaves. Let's put that to one side for a minute. We are now going to have a look at the palm tree. So I'm going to take the same that we did for the beams. We're going to take Huntsman, which is a black widow, and mahogany, which is the monarch. Okay, and we are going to do, just going to move it over a little bit, the palm tree. So I'm going to make this side the darkest. So right in there, I'm going to put my Huntsman nice and dark. And then let that fade out, and we'll go in with our mahogany. Then the next one, so can you see here along this edge? Nice and dark. And fade it out. And we'll go in with our mahogany. There we go. Hampson and mahogany. I think you get the drift. There we go. And then our mahogany. Okay. Yeah, go back in with that huntsman for a bit. Just want to make sure that that bit is nice and dark, a bit like we did the tiles. There we go. Okay, now this top bit here I'm going to do differently, just slightly, same colours. We're going to take the huntsman and I'm going to do it from the bottom. Actually, we'll probably just do it the same. So I'm going around the top of the tree because the leaves would make it darker. And we're going to make sure that this side stays dark too. Excuse me. Around there. And then we'll fill that up with mahogany. There we go. Now, oh, I might as well finish it, hadn't I? There we go. Huntsman, make sure that's nice and dark there. And then our mahogany. Okay. I'm faffing, folks, I know. Alright. So that's the palm tree done. Then we're going to go back to our original greens, which were these ones, sable and leaf green, if I can find it. Leaf green and sable. Here, okay, so we've got sable and the dragon and leaf green from the monarch set. And I'm taking the sable, which is our dark one, and I'm going to come up round the bottom and make sure we keep all those lovely lines and then fade it out. Same here again, nice and dark, and then bring that up, and that will give us that tonal change with just 2 pencils. I did do a video ages ago for beginners on swatching and how it helped teach me to shade, to blend rather, should I say, so that you learn to lift off your pencil and get that nice blend by changing pressure. Okay, let's go in with leaf green now, and we go back over the whole thing. So where we've got lighter and lighter with the sable, we should get that lovely change in tone when we go over the whole thing. There we go. I don't know why I'm trying to be careful there, because I'm going to cut it out. So, go back in. Let's brush that off. Okay, let's come out and, well, we don't need to, just slightly there. So that's how we're going to do it. Palm leaves like that. We could go over with a little bit of apple if you want to just lift it and blend it. Just brighten that up a bit if you want. I'm happy with that. I like the dark down here, and then this contrast of this nice bright big leaf. So in usual fashion and style, I'm going to go off and complete that, and we'll come back and I think it's baby Jesus, Joseph and Mary. Alright, I'll see you very shortly. Okay, so I've finished the leaves. I think it looks really effective. Don't forget this is our backdrop. So before I go any further, I'm going to black out this window. Mary and Joseph are going to cover it anyway, but I'm just taking my Posca. And what I found was I could use my alcohol marker once I'd done a Posca edge, and it kind of kept it in, stopped it leaking, you know, stopped it bleeding. And then we can just pop some stars in there, and we've got a bit of a backdrop, and it should make Mary and Joseph pop a little bit. Just put my plastic behind it. And then we're nearly there. So we've just got Mary and Joseph and Jesus to do, and we're done. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry off. There we go. Little doorway into the night sky. Okay, let's move us down. Get rid of that. We are going to focus on Mary and Joseph now, and we need to do their skin. So these are the colours. It's nice and simple. I haven't overcomplicated it. These are the colours that I'm going to use. So I've got peach from the Monarch range. I've got a fancy pink from the Cobra, and I've got mushroom from the Monarch range. There we go. Alright, so let's start with Mary. So we're going to cover her face in the peach. Now it is very peach, but don't panic. It's very orangey. Okay. Then we're going to take fancy pink, and we're going to put that in. Okay. Back in with a little bit of peach. And then our mushroom, which is a really lovely colour. Okay. I'm going to take my Prisma white, and I'm just going to make sure it's clean. And I'm just going to knock that back a little. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my fancy pink, and I'm just going to give her a bit more pink there. There. Now, she looks very orange on camera, but she's not. Right, so the same with the hands. We're going to do peach. She's going to have bare feet. She has just had a baby. Joseph's face. An ear, and baby Jesus, that little cute bubba. Okay, there we go. Then we are going to go, I'm going to knock that back. Oh, I might use the mushroom actually, and then a bit of white to tone that down. There we go. There we are. Oh, I hope you could see all that. Right, so now we've got baby Jesus. We're going to put some pink on his little cheeks. And we're going to put mushroom on his ear, around here. And I'm just going to tone it down a little bit. I must be being a bit more ham-fisted than when I did my practice, because it's coming out a bit darker, but that's okay. A bit more peach. There we go, a bit more peach on there. There we go, that's better. That's probably the step that I've missed, is going back over with peach. Okay, mushroom for our shadow. And then a little bit of fancy pink, just lightly. And then back in with our peach. There we go, let's do Joseph. Mushroom for our shadows. And in round his beard. A little bit of pink. Just a little bit. Back in with peach. And we'll smush that through. Baby Jesus, a bit more colour. And a little feet. There we go. Alright, skin done. Easy, huh? Easy, easy. That's those colours. Let's put those to one side. Okay, that's Joseph. We'll do him in a minute. Let's do Mary first. So, Mary's going to be blue. So, I'm going to tilt you because my page is comfortable there and I keep losing you. So, I'm going to tilt you back up a little bit. There we go. I don't want to keep losing you. Okay. So, we've got Blue Horizon, which is from the Scorpion set. There. We've got Ocean from the Monarch set. And we've got the gorgeous Denim, also from the Monarch set. Okay, so we're going to start with the shadows on Mary with our Blue Horizon, so our darkest. I'm going to go in round here and in here, around the creases on her skirt. And I'm just sorry, it's because it's a teeny tiny image around the base of her dress. Just get my practice pen on her sleeve. And a little bit there. Soften that up a bit, and we'll do around the top of her head. I'm going to leave that band white, around there. Okay, let's come in now with our second colour, which is Ocean. I'll try and keep the page still. Okay. And then we're going to go in with our Denim. This is where we should get that really nice contrast. Of course she's blue. I think, oh, I've missed a sleeve. I think Mary's more or less always depicted as blue, isn't she? Okay. Alright, now we can go back in and deepen up where we want some of these darks. So I want a bit more around here. Bring that up a bit more. And I've got a sleeve round baby Jesus. There we go. Back in with our Ocean. And then we'll use the denim and just smush that all in. I have to do it here too. There we go. I think I've got everything on Mary now. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Prisma white again, and I'm just going to lighten up some of those areas. She's gone a little dark. Just put some highlights in. There we are. One little Mary. Now we've got Joseph to do. Okay, Joseph is rust and honeycomb. Nope, not that set. It should be over here. Is it? Yep. So we've got rust, which is from the skin tone, the light set. And then we've got honeycomb, which is a scorpion. Okay. So this is going to be Joseph's jacket. So we're going in with rust. I haven't done his neck. Let's resolve that issue. Just do that quick. There we are. Okay. I'm going in with rust, which is our darkest. I'm going to go around his neck. Bring that down. It's going to be darker over here. And here. And this side of his arm. Down in there. Now that's the manger. So there's a little bit there. Okay, that bit dark. And then there is shoes. So then we're going to go in with honeycomb. Just push that through. Okay. Then just trying to think, he's got little stripes, but I'll worry about that in a minute. So that's skin. Where's baby Jesus? Baby Jesus is all swaddled up, nice and tight. Keep him warm. So he is light mocha, and why have I got a green here? Light mocha again, which is the skin from the Skin Dark set, and suede from the Skin Dark set. Alright, I'm just going to give them a sharpen because he is tiny. There we go. And then the best part will be putting it together. Okay, so we've got light mocha, we're going to go in first, and I'm doing him dark, and I'm not worrying about the stripes because he's too tiny. Ooh, I'm just taking that dark blue there, that should be dark in there. Okay, yeah, so light mocha, and now we'll go in with the suede and just blend that through. There we go. One little baby Jesus. Now, we need the manger. Let me see if I can find the manger. I've worked them all out, but whether I can find the cards or not is another matter. Is this it? No? Did I actually even write it down? I'm sure I did. Oh, give me a second, folks. Give me a sec. Oh, hang on, let's do some hair. No, can't find any of it. Give me a second, I'm going to go and find all my bits and I'll be back. Alright folks, I had written the ticket, I just couldn't find it. So, I'm going to use mahogany for Mary's hair. So we're using mahogany, and I'm just going in dark around the edge, and then I'm just going to lightly fill in there. Dark round there. Okay, a little bit of mahogany hair. Jesus doesn't have any hair. And for his hair, we are gonna do let's do Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown and Huntsman. So I'll have Huntsman, and if I can move you over so you can see, Huntsman and Foxy Brown. So we're going in with Huntsman first. I'm going to give him his tash down his sideburns. Under there. Okay, dark round here. Around the back of his ear. Over the top of that little band. Oh, actually, we'll just go over it because I think it probably would have been a headdress, but never mind. Okay, then we're going to blend that in with, let's get rid of that, Foxy Brown. Okay. There you go, Joseph. Nice little beard going on. Okay, manger. So, Foxy Brown, Black Widow. What's that? Huntsman. And I need Stink Bug. Where have I put everything? I thought I had it all lined up. Got Chalk Tone. And now I need Stink Bug. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. It's right in front of me. I'm losing the plot. So, Foxy Brown, which is a Black Widow. Stink Bug, which is a Black Widow. And then Chalk Tone, which is a skin from this dark skin tone set. Okay. So, let's get going. So, I'm going to use Foxy Brown to start with, and we are going in around the bottom of our manger, and where else? And we're going to put in the Chalk Tone around here. We're going to really darken that up so we keep the shape of our manger. Go back in with our Foxy Brown. Yeah, and a little bit of Stink Bug. Just a little bit. Just go back in with that Chalk Tone. There we go. Right, this bit down here, this little leg, is going to be chalk tone because it's really dark down there. It's behind everything else. The base of the manger will be chalk tone, and then we'll go in with a little bit of foxy brown. Yeah, like that. We'll do the same on this leg. So we'll come down here. And then we'll go in with foxy brown. We'll keep that dark, so we won't put in the stink bug on this bit. Okay, and we'll have foxy brown, then stink bug, and then we'll have chalk tone at the back here because again it's behind, and we'll have it there. Then we'll go in with our foxy brown, and we'll run foxy brown down there, and then stink bug. There we go. I'm just going to use that to blend. Okay, so we've got chalk tone along this edge. Here we go. Foxy brown. And we'll put a tiny bit of stink bug. Okay. Wood manger. Alright. Straw. We're so nearly there, folks, we really are. So we need stink bug, we need cream, and we need cinnamon. So this is what the colours I'm going to do for the straw. Now this bit here on the picture, that folds underneath Mary and Joseph, so we might need to do some straw on there. We'll see when we fold it up and have a look. Okay, so I'm going to go in with our cinnamon, just in here. That's where it's darkest. Then our stink bug. And then just to brighten the whole thing up, cream. There we go. Bit of straw. Alright, now I need to do something for his shoes and around his robes. So I think I'm going to take leaf green, can you see that? Leaf green and apple green, and we're just going to put that round his robes here. So we're going to go in with the leaf green, and I'm just going to give some trim on his clothes. Okay, now we'll go in with apple green, just so he's got a little bit more interest going on. There we go, and we can give him, let's do green shoes, why not? With the dark, and then the apple. There we are. And I'm going to take a white Posca, and I'm just going to go round the edge of Mary here. I'm just going to trim around there, and around there. Okay, right. Let's come out and have a look at what we've achieved so far. Right, we've coloured all the elements. Now what's next to do is to cut everything out, and I'm going to go off and do that. I'm going to make some folds so I can show you quickly and easily how to put it together, and then we're going to look at this base. Does it need colouring? And also, do these need a bit, they won't need a backdrop because I'm going to cut them out. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Okay guys, we're finally there. I've done the folds where they need to be. Put that there. There's the roof, and this is our backdrop. So there's a couple of little things that we need to do before we carry on. So I need to put some stars in. I've gone round my big star with some white, help if you could see, just with some white pencil. Just a white Prisma, and I've just gone round the edge of the star like that. Now if I don't like that, I can take it out. I can just go back over it with my black marker. So I've got a Wink of Stella here, which the lovely Cheryl sent to me. So I am just going to put some Wink of Stella over the star, and we're just going to make that a little bit glittery and enjoy that. Okay, bit of Wink of Stella. I don't know if you'll pick up on that. It does give it, just check it. Yeah. There we go. It's nice subtle glitter. So, bit of Wink of Stella. Then I've got my white Posca pen. Just white Posca, and we're going to put in some stars. Just some random dots. Like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my Stickles Diamond, and not on the star, but from the white beams that I've got coming out. Let me just hold it down. I'm just going to put just a fine line of stickles coming out, and then, like I say, when it's dry, if I don't like if I feel like I've got too much white around that glow, I can get rid of it. So we just sticklise that. This is our guiding star. It's got to be shiny. So there, like that. Have I got it all? Yeah. Okay, so with that little bit of fuzzy background from the white, when we put the stickles over, I don't know if you can pick that up, we've now got the glitz and glamour of the Wink of Stella, and then when the stickles dry, that'll just look amazing. So I'm just going to put a few more stars in, I think. There we go, that'll do. Right, now, if I move that to one side so that can dry, that's our backdrop. You don't need to do anything with that other than cut it out. Now when we fold this up, I noticed that if we fold the building up, and I show it you like this, when you fold the building up, hang on, I'm going to put the side flaps underneath. Can you see that? So they're going to go underneath where Mary and Joseph are sit, and then you position them in there. When you look inside, there's no floor. It's not coloured. So what I decided to do was we're going to open that back out. These bits are going to show, aren't they? Are they the bits that show? Yeah, this bit shows. So I'm taking these colours, Cinnamon, Cream and Stink Bug, and we are literally going to cross hatch it. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going behind them because it's just easier to do that. Another bit in there. And then I'm going to come the other way. And we're just going to do, oh, can you see this? Could you see that? I'm just literally cross hatching. Then I'm going to switch to, let me move the colour, let me move the, I'm going to switch to Stink Bug, and then I'm going to add Stink Bug in. And it doesn't have to be neat, it's supposed to be a hay or a straw floor. Okay, and then I'm going to add some cream, just for the hell of it. Okay, so when then they come in, let's have a look now. They have got, sorry, I'm just trying to show, it's very fiddly. They've got a straw bottom, and we're going to do the same with the bit in front of them as well, there. So this piece, when you lay it out, the bit that's facing you, that's not what you colour, you need to turn it over, and then we're going to do this cross hatching with this, which will be our straw. So I'm just putting lines in, and I don't want it neat, it's straw or hay, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and we're going with Stink Bug. Just put a bit more in there. Then we'll come this way. It's not the neatest straw. I did think about printing a Shutterstock straw off and putting it in there, but it wouldn't be mine then, would it? And then in with the cream. Just fill up that. Fill up that space. Okay, right, let's have a look now. So that's gonna go over the top. Those flaps from the side of the building are going underneath, so I keep the straw. Then Mary and Joseph lift up. Go on there like that. And then, oh, squash Joseph's head. When you look inside, you've got the appearance of a straw floor. Okay, so let's start putting it together. Let's get this done. I'm going to grab a piece of paper and holy moly, where's all my bits? Oh yeah. Okay. Now, avoiding my stickles because mine are wet, I would strongly suggest that you wait until yours is dry. I am going to put glue around there because I just feel this is the easiest. So I've got Yoo-hoo glue, which is an all-purpose adhesive. It's what I used for the last one, and it works really well. It's a bit stringy, but it works incredibly well, and it doesn't dry instantly. You've got a few minutes to reposition. So that's what I like about it. So then I'm going to take the back of the building which is here with our Mary and Joseph in, to the back of the building, and then I can position this over the top, and we can squidge about with it until we're happy. I don't want to cover up all that colouring we did. And that's what I like, it's because you can reposition it and it dries completely clear. So there we go. Just going to hold that in place for a few seconds. Let that go off. Need to shift it over that way. There we go. See what I mean? It's movable. So that's what I like about it. You've got a few moments of play before it's completely stuck. A bit stringy. There we go. Push that down. Okay. I think that's probably done. Just using my finger to take off any excess. Okay, I think that's probably done. So now we've got the shape of our building, and all that's left to do is glue it together. So I am going to glue this bit, sorry, that bit. I'm going to put a bit of glue there. I did this, and it was going to be khaki-handed, but I did it because I wanted to position the back in the right place. Let me just get my glue flowing. Spread that out. Okay. And like I say, there's no rush. I've put the lid back on the glue, and then I'm going to take the front of my building and put it right against the back and squish that up. So I've got it snug. Hold it in place, let it do its thing. There we go, we're glued. Alright, now for the base. I want the straw bit, the bit we coloured, so that bit pushed up, and then I want to glue those flaps in place. So I am going to put a tiny bit under Mary and Joseph along there so that they stick in the right place. Fiddly, I know, but it'd be worth it. So tiny bit, just make sure I'm on camera. And there. Gosh, it flows too quickly. Behave yourself. Okay, I'm just going to spread that out with my finger. Wipe it off on my scrap paper. Okay. And then I'm going to lift the floor up, and I'm going to position Mary and Joseph in place. There we are. Got a gap. I think I needed to move the back down. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to glue then I'm going to glue the bottom tabs in place. I've got a gap. Can I? Yes. Perfect. And that's what I love about this glue. I've made a mistake, I've just been able to squish it up, thankfully. Okay, we're going to glue those in place. Bit of glue there. Bit of glue there. And squash the tabs in place. So that's our floor. Okay. So we've now got a solid structure. Just going to push that back down while I can. I think what I'm actually going to do is stick another piece behind this because you can see my alcohol ink. We use the back of the end of a pencil just to stick that. If I'd have known, I would have coloured the inside. If I'd have thought about it, but I didn't. So, okay, right. I hope that wasn't stickles. Okay, I have done this khaki-handed, but it's okay. Right, so we need a tiny bit of glue in there, on those tabs, on this bit, down here, and up there. Okay, and then we're going to tuck those tabs in, glue that in place. This is going to hold our roof. Tuck that tab in and hold that in place. Okay, then we're going to take our roof, lift those up, stick those together, just hold it there for a second. Okay, we're going to take our roof, I'm going to push it back against the sky and position it like that, and then smush that in and just press it in. Press it in place. Okay. Straighten Joseph up. And that is our little nativity scene. What do you think, people? I'm in love with these little projects from RJ. So I'm going to wait for my stickles to dry on there, and then I'm going to outline the star with white gel pen. It will look really cool. I've now got all the fun of peeling glue off my fingers. So what I will do is I'm going to, when it's all dry, I'm going to put another piece of card on the back here to stiffen it up. My recommendation would be that you double up over Joseph and Mary too before you cut it out, just so that they're a little bit more stiff. And also maybe colour the insides. But, oh, gone out of focus. But I love it. Thank you, RJ, so much if you're watching and you've stuck with me. Thank you to all of you glorious people for staying with me too. So I'm hoping we're going to cram another one in before Christmas. Let me put it on the pink instead of the white so you can really see. I'm hoping we're going to get another Christmas picture of some sort in before Christmas. Maybe even another one of these if you like them. Alright, I've rambled on long enough. I need to go and do my glue peeling, the best part of projects. Alright, until we meet again really, really soon, my lovely friends, take really good care of yourselves. Night night.